What are the best AI tools for small businesses? I'm going to tell you the 4 AI tools that are non-negotiables for businesses going into 2025. Only watch this if you don't want to waste your time on subpar AI tools that make big promises but no follow through. I'll give you the exact AI tools to use, including my workflow. Plus, I'll cover some surprising uses of each of these AI tools, something that you probably haven't heard about yet, and my AI workflow so you can actually start integrating these into your daily business without wasting your time. Stick around to the very end because I have a special free gift for you just for watching this video. Tool number 1 that is my go-to tool for my business and my life is ChatGPT. Now I know you've heard a million things about ChatGPT and you might be wondering, is it really that good? Maybe you've even tried using it and you're not getting the results that you want. Normally when that happens, it's because people aren't clear with their instructions with ChatGPT. They're saying things like, give me an email, but not giving it any context. So a better way to do this might be something like this. You'll get better results if you try this prompt. I'm going to tell you about my business, and I want you to help me come up with content ideas for my audience. Then you're gonna insert information about your audience. Back to the prompt. I want you to review the information I'm giving you and come up with a content calendar for the next 6 weeks. I want to create content for Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is that you're creating content for. Tell me exactly what topics I should cover in the next 6 weeks and on which platforms. Put it into a table for me. Act as if you're an expert social media manager with a background in marketing and psychology. Using a prompt like this tells it exactly how you want it to behave. It allows you to pull in that knowledge from a psychologist, but also from a marketing manager. It gives it context by adding in information about your business and your audience. And by asking it to put it into a table, it's even easier for you to read. By giving it context, it's easier for it to do the job that you want it to do. Now you might be thinking, why shouldn't I use Claude? I know a lot of people who like Claude, a lot of people who like ChatGPT. I like ChatGPT best because I can do the most with it. For example, the question that I answer, my spouse answers every single day is, what are we having for dinner? That's the question my kiddo asks almost as soon as she gets in the car. And so every day I'm thinking, what are we having for dinner tonight? And sometimes I don't want to think about that. And so with ChatGPT, I can open up the app, go to my fridge or my pantry, take a picture of what's inside there and say, create a meal plan for us for tonight that takes less than 30 minutes to create and only uses what you can see in this picture. By doing that, it creates the meal plan for us, the recipe, the instructions, the ingredients, everything that we need to know to quickly create that meal without having to spend a lot of brain power and a lot of energy thinking, what are we having for dinner tonight? Because who knew that was a question we were gonna get from now until eternity? I also like ChatGPT because it has a memory. So anytime I add something new in, you might see the little thing that says memory updated. That lets you know that what you just put in is going into its memory. So when it goes to answer questions from now on, create content for you, or do another task, it's pulling from the memory it already has. That means there's less work for you to do. Additionally, you can upload documents and it'll review quite a bit. I also love it because on the app form, you can actually talk to it verbally and it will respond. You can hear the voice, and for external processors like me, it makes it so much easier to get things out of your head and to actually be able to take action on them. If you're an external processor and for some reason you're stuck and you can't quite figure out your next steps, going back and forth with ChatGPT and actually using the voice feature helps so much. You might also be wondering, should I use the GPTs or the chats? The GPTs are kind of like bots. At least at this point, I use the chats because the GPTs are a little bit glitchy still. You're gonna see a lot of people promoting GPT bundles, GPT products. The majority of ones that I've used are not very good. I wanna save you some money here. It's better for you right now to use your own prompts or even to buy prompts from others than using the glitchy GPT. Come back to me in 6 months. I may have a different answer for you because AI is moving so quickly. But right now you can get the same content using a chat. I also use ChatGPT to help me with mindset and to coach me through other things too. For example, if I'm doing a task I've never done before. Recently, we had to transfer a trademark to someone else that bought a company from us. And if you've ever been on a government website, you might know how incredibly frustrating and difficult it is. In fact, there were multiple times when I was trying to do this that I said, I literally don't know what they're trying to say here. But guess what? ChatGPT did. So I copy and pasted from the text from the website, put it into ChatGPT, and it simplified the text for me. I had to go through a few layers of this to get to text that actually made sense for somebody that doesn't spend all their day transferring trademarks. Luckily, ChatGPT was there to help. Now, even if it's something else, maybe I'm learning a new recipe. I was doing biscuits and gravy and my biscuits kept coming up flat, so I asked ChatGPT what was happening. It gave me some suggestions, I tried them, and now I have the fluffiest biscuits in town. I'm not even kidding, like I know that sounded cheesy, but I really do. They're so fantastic. And ChatGPT helped me with that. And so my cooking is getting better, my marketing is getting better, everything that I'm doing is getting better as a result of using ChatGPT. Copywriting, social media content, sales pages, ideation, all of that is really helpful with ChatGPT, and it's an affordable solution that you can use every single day. Now, my next favorite tool that I use every day that it has AI elements to it, but paired with AI, like that's where the magic happens. That tool is Zapier. You could also use Pabbly or Make, but Zapier by far is the easiest one to use, especially if you don't spend all day in automations, you don't consider yourself an automation pro. Zapier is a really good tool to use. With Zapier, I can upload a transcript and literally in seconds have all of my content done, pulling from that transcript. Literally seconds. With Zapier, I can also have case studies created automatically for me. All my client has to do is fill out a short form and then it creates a case study automatically using Zapier, ChatGPT, and this Google form. Or maybe you're working with affiliates and you have affiliates that you want to promote for you, you want to promote for them, but they're asking you for promo content like emails and social media posts. And the thought of creating more emails, more social media posts seems a little bit overwhelming. We combine Google Forms with Zapier, with ChatGPT to create that content for them that is custom to them and their audience. My next favorite AI tool that I use most days is 11 Labs. This tool is one that allows me to clone my voice so that if I'm sick, I don't have to actually record something and feel like garbage while doing it. I can just type something up and then take a nap while it generates my AI voice for me. Another AI tool that's a little bit underutilized is MidJourney. MidJourney is underutilized because it doesn't have the best user interface. That's changing soon. They're coming out with a new version. The new version is much easier to use. But if you can figure it out now, you can do some really cool stuff with it. In fact, MidJourney is one of the reasons that we had a 6-figure launch, even with a small list of just 6,000 people. Every single day during that launch, I shared images that I created on MidJourney. And they were weird pictures. Like I had one where I was like an owl queen, one where I was in the Arctic in this really beautiful dress, riding on top of a narwhal into the ocean. Like they were pictures that really made people stop their scroll. And in the past, we saw people doing professional photos, and that's what they were using to stop scroll because it was a beautiful picture of them. Everyone would stop and say, "Oh my gosh, you look amazing." But let me tell you, these MidJourney pictures that are funky are more scroll stopping than anything else that I've ever put up. And it's because it's your face. You can superimpose your face on it, but it's a really, just different, interesting, weird picture. And people love it. So people will comment on it. I did one recently where I was a mermaid, I think, riding this whale, but the whale looked really weird. And people love commenting on those and talking about how creepy that is. And it was. I will probably have nightmares from that one. But it really stopped people scroll and made them look at it and pay attention. Now, if you're thinking, Brittany, that sounds great, but I don't have time to learn MidJourney. It feels a little bit scary. I've never used Discord. I know that's a platform it's on. Is there anything that's more user-friendly? So right now you can use a tool called Artflow AI. Again, I'm not getting paid from them. This is just a tool I really like. It's super easy to use. They have these templates and all you have to do is train the tool by putting in 10 good images of yourself. So that means images where you have good lighting. It's images where it shows your full face. You're not wearing sunglasses. You're not in a group. Upload 10 of those that really look like you, and it's going to create your AI visual clone. Now, it's not perfect. It doesn't look exactly like you, and there's definitely some limitations on like body size diversity. But if you want something to get you started while you're waiting to figure out MidJourney, or you maybe don't want to figure out MidJourney, but you still want these like funky scroll stopping images, Artflow AI is a great option for you, and one that I use most days as well. And here's one bonus tool, Canva's AI tools. When Canva first announced its AI tools, they weren't that great, let's just be honest, but they have definitely developed and gotten much, much better. In fact, if you go to the Elements section, you can scroll down to where it says create your own image. And what I recommend doing is going to the photos one and then asking for an illustration. I get the best results doing that. I'll say something like illustration of a diverse group of women giving each other a hug, or illustration of a girl with purple hair writing in her notebook at sunset, and we can get some really cool stuff doing that. So if you want some custom graphics, that's a great way to go. But again, you'll want to click the photo option and then type in illustration. And for whatever reason, that seems to give the best results. All right, now I told you I have a free gift for you, and this is something that's taken me years, like 5 years to fully develop, from my time as a copywriter, email marketer, to my time doing AI, training on that, doing hundreds of presentations literally over the past few years. And I want to combine all that and give it to you for free so that you can make more in your next launch. It's called the AI to 10K workshop. And all you have to do to get it for free is click the link that comes with this video. It includes all my prompts. It includes the kinds of emails that you need, everything that you need to have your next launch be your best launch. My name is Brittany Long. Click the link that comes with this video, and I'll talk to you soon.